嗯。上次是要偷蛋吗？好，先弄一下偷蛋，还是有点忘了。上次玩已经几天前了。
It's not like her to forget.
I didn't keep you waiting, did I?
Not at all. I was just at the post office. Gran told me to expect a package, but it looks as if she forgot to send it. She didn't send me an owl this week either. Perhaps she's busy with her research.
What did you find out about the dragon you were trying?
I realized that she didn't know the poachers had her egg, so when she left Horntail Hall, she would have headed straight. I went back to the tent and tracked her flight.
Well done. You said...
I can't be certain, but I have an idea. I thought we might go and see it.
Of course.
If that's all right, I want to see how she's faring if she had a collar on, and... Here we are. I do think this is where we'll find her. I suspect it's how the poachers found her to begin with. They likely perhaps nabbed her first and then her egg. Dragons are hard enough to wrangle, let alone...
You got all of that from simply standing here?
You'd be surprised how easy it is to think like a poacher. Shall we see if she's home? We only need to return her egg.
That sounds straightforward enough.
We should be in and out.
Well then.
Wonderful. If she sees us flying about, she might take it as a sign of aggression or food. Oh, and one more thing. Let's not agitate her. Goodness knows she's been through enough already. I'm ready when you are. There she is, above us. She did make it home. It looks as if she wasn't following us the other day. Poor thing must be well sick, wondering what happened to her egg.
For what it's worth, she doesn't seem to have spotted us yet.
Let's hope it stays that way. I wonder how many they brought to capture her. At least 10 usually.
How charming. They keep in touch with each other. Prepare her.
Fantastic.
There she is again.
She's breathtaking.
From a distance.
I wonder how good her eyesight is.
I beg your pardon?
I don't imagine the poachers fed her well. And from a distance, we probably look exactly like sheep to her.
How lucky for us. Watch your step. Or just raring for a fight.
Quiet, what was that? There's no coming back now. Watch out! It's her domain. Keep at it. We've just got to make it to the nest. Not a
She isn't
warm
making it
welcome.
easy. It's a little too warm if you ask me. I don't suppose she listens.
Get to that opening below her. She's leaving.
Brilliant.
There's the nest. We're almost there. Every bridge here
Prepare her.
broken. Now, if we just return her egg, we'll make it out without too much fuss.
亚塞尔伟那个谁伟哥，
That was brilliant. And did you see how clever?
Creatures are a lot cleverer.
That's what Gran always says. The important thing is that we. Thank you for doing this with me. Wouldn't blame you one bit if you were.
Shall we head back? I'm ready.
I am. After our dragon rescue at Hauntow Hall,
Understandable. We did sabotage their fighting ring and...
True. So why haven't they come after us? It's not like them to let things lie. Unless
what?
Unless they haven't let things lie. Oh no, I can't believe I didn't see it. We need to leave. How could I have been so blind?
这种关系任务可以解一解。
The Forbidden Forest.
Yeah.
You're going to get yourself killed. Do you have any clue what wicked creatures live in there? You're lucky to be alive. My God.
You'll never believe what I've...
What did you discover in the spellbook we found in the scriptorium?
Salazar Slytherin's spellbook was a little difficult to interpret, but fascinating. Evidently, he encouraged teaching dark magic at Hogwarts. Neither the Imperious Curse nor the Killing Curse was unforgivable during his time. He believed students should be prepared to use dark magic when necessary, not to fear it. That's why we had to use Crucio to gain access to the scriptorium. He didn't want his knowledge shared with anyone who was afraid of the power of dark magic.
It was hard to do, but casting Crucio was our only option.
And I'm glad we did it, because in the spellbook I also found references to a lost relic, which, from what I can tell, grants...
And you think this relic might be able to save Anne?
Precisely. I plan to search for this relic, but I don't think we should tell anyone.
I see no reason to involve him.
I'm glad you agree.
奥米尼
And don't feel
斯
sorry for Ominous. Keeping this to ourselves for now is for his own good.
I'll decide what's for my own good.
Ominous, we were just about to get some air. Care to join?
You're a liar, Sebastian. I heard everything. You swore you'd never engage in anything to do with dark magic again.
No, I didn't. I said I understood you wanting that. I'd never swear to give up on finding a cure for Anne.
You don't know when to stop, do you?
I know when not to stop. Leave this alone, Ominous. I'll be on my way.
哦，还想阻挡啊，奥米尼斯。
I am not letting this go.
Ominous, Sebastian meant well.
I know what I heard. You knew I wouldn't agree with this. Going after that relic is not a good idea. Sebastian doesn't even realize it, but he's as irresponsible and reckless now as his parents were.
I knew his parents died, but I never...
Mr. and Mrs. Sallow were professors. Spent nearly every waking moment in the cellar library. Anne and Sebastian were upstairs when it happened. They heard a sudden crash and ran downstairs, but it was too late. Their parents had crumpled to the floor. A defect with the lamp in the cellar caused... Sebastian and Anne were helpless. They had...
What a horrible story.
It is. That's why I can't understand Sebastian's recklessness. I've practically lost Anne. I cannot lose Sebastian too. Please avoid anything to do with that spell.
Those references in the book seem promising.
Everything to do with Salazar Slytherin seems promising until... I hope Sebastian pursues this no further. But if you think he might, please... It would mean a lot.
这什么臭 gay？ 嗯？哪嘞？哪嘞？啊？这样就没了？怎么可能？真假？啊？
So frustrating. You wanted to speak with me, Mother?
I had hoped to speak with you alone, Natsai.
Your message mentioned your concern about an unusual creature that was spotted in the woods near Hogsmeade. That could have been anything.
You know what it was, Natsai.
I am allowed to leave the castle. I am always careful, Mother.
Careful. Officer Singer disagrees. She sent me an owl telling me that you have been trying to collect evidence of some kind against dark wizards. She berated me for not keeping a closer eye on you, and she is right. I do not want you visiting Hogsmeade for the near future.
But Mother!
My little gazelle, you are well-intentioned, but you must not meddle in the affairs of dangerous people.
If someone had meddled in Matabeleland, Father would still be with us.
I must get to class. Perhaps your friend can get you to listen to reason.
不会的，放心。
So frustrating.
绝对
She
不会。
never listens to me.
She called you her little gazelle. Is that a term of endearment where you're from?
It is specific to me. I am the unusual creature in Hogsmeade she mentioned. Self-transfiguration is not taught at Hogwarts, so I am gently discouraged from practicing it. However, I am an animagus, and it is in my gazelle form that I have been able to wander the Highlands rather freely until now, much to my mother's chagrin.
Now the nickname makes sense. What an
It is. I love transforming, but Mother is less. She says that no creature, especially one as rare as a gazelle, should. She claims that she has foreseen tragedy before, but she has used her sight to control me too many times. I no longer believe it.
We're making good progress. We can't quit now.
I agree. I have never considered. You could have fled the moment you discovered that Rookwood, Harlow, and Randrock were after. I choose to act as you have. I must deal with. My mother cannot. Thank you for being here during that rather awkward conversation.
小羚羊，我们娜娜是小羚羊。开始正式。
It's like a place right out of...
Bardo Beaumont should have returned.
Anne is getting worse. If there is any chance that the relic from Slytherin's spellbook can help her, I must find it.
I came as soon as I could.
I'd been so distracted by the scriptorium and Slytherin's book that I'd almost forgotten what it was that struck me about that triptych. This is the view painted on the canvas that was left on it.
That's incredible. You know this area well.
And while I was waiting for you,
Wei
I
哥，你还
scouted
你还
around
在吗
and？ discovered an abandoned mine nearby, surrounded by Ranrock's loyalists.
Do you think there's a connection to the triptych?
I've no idea, but perhaps they're searching it, the way they did Rookwood Castle and Isidora's Manor. How do we want to handle this?
We need to see what they're doing, but let's not draw their attention.
Very well.
And I still have that rune symbol we found on the triptych. If there is a connection...
After you.
There they are up ahead.
I'll let you lead.
If only I could get my hands on big bullets.
No one enters this mine. Kill anyone who tries.
Ranrock's loyalists are out for blood.
Fall dead asleep on my finger.
This is going well.
We make a good team.
We do at that.
根本没有合作啊，你只是跟着我而已啊。
Once again, we could fight our way through or be discreet.
You know which one I'd choose?
你可以爬吗？
You ought to cut back on pudding.
哦，
Perhaps we can find an alternate route up ahead.
Sneaking around has its appeal.
哎，老哥，就是你欠杀啦。
Trafficus totalis.
Revelio.
I'll be quieter than a jungle.
For better or for worse, we're in.
跑过去，跑过去。哎呦！这么高我可以爬
I？ don't see any goblins in these webs.
Too disgusting for even a spider to prey on.
不是，哎，老哥，
There you are.
哎，完了，安硕。 嗯，没得到。弯错了，弯错了，弯错了。
How many Ranrock's loyalists are in here?
Too many. They definitely think there's something here they want.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio.
That ledge is awfully high. Any ideas?
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Wingardium Leviosa.
It's no wonder spiders give people goosebumps.
Could be the hairy legs, or the soulless eyes, or...
Smash it.
Really? Should have thought to conjure stairs.
Reparo. Revelio. Confringo. Levioso. Confringo. Descendo. Confringo. Stupefy. Levioso. Confringo. Defendo.
We're making quick work.
Revelio.
Professor Hecat would be proud.
She would at that. Ranrock's loyalists have all but declared war.
啊，忘记，玩错了，按错了。
Revelio. Confringo.
Huh?
Revelio.
We've still not seen a single rune symbol.
I think we're going to be a bit distracted from runes for a moment.
An unwelcome distraction at that.
We have another fight on our hands.
Why am I not surprised?
哦，这个还不能潜行下去。可以啊。哇，还要击败敌人呢。
Such arrogance. Nice try. Stop it. Rather unwise coming back this way. Leviosa. Window. Won't get away with that. I will make you pay. Leviosa. Descendo. Stupefy. Descendo. Potato. Stupefy. Descendo. Stupefy. Confringo. Leviosa.
We're not finished yet. Leviosa. Confringo.
我看，那么多啊，太多吧？我以为敌人没那么多诶，结果那种超多的。
We're not finished yet. Leviosa. Defendo. Confringo. Accio. Incendio. Glacius. Expelliarmus. Potato. Accio. Incendio.
So clear the room.
You're not a bad chap. For a Slytherin.
For a Ravenclaw, you certainly have a lot to learn.
Revelio.
Not sure what I did to deserve that.
Confringo!
Now, we can have a look around in peace.
Revelio!
A rune symbol above the cavern door.
Confringo! Ranrock's loyalists never knew to look for it. Revelio! Confringo!
I wouldn't be surprised to find a couple more rune symbols. Wasn't expecting that.
Revelio!
What do you have there?
A journal entry by Isadora.
Hopefully it will help us unravel more of
Sebastian,
this mystery.
I think I found something. A canvas piece.
Brilliant. Our efforts weren't in vain after all. Still, something about this place feels odd.
If the triptych led us here to find this bit of canvas, we can probably assume that Isadora Morganach was here.
She seems to have been everywhere.
But if she was using the Undercroft, and the cellar beneath her manor in Feldcroft, why would she create this space?
And why hide it behind cryptic rune symbols? And ancient magic that no one but you could see?
Isadora and Percival Rackham, another of the Keepers, could see traces of ancient...
Rackham? I haven't heard his name before.
Here's some of the memories I've seen. I don't think he and Isadora saw eye to eye on how this magic should be used.
Well, this is all rather baffling. Let's take the canvas back to the triptych. Perhaps the answers are there. This place is odd, to be sure, but I'm fascinated by it. Now, for the trek back out of here and to Hogwarts.
Unless we can find another passageway to the Undercroft. Let's have a look.
And now for the moment of truth.
It has to fit. Please tell me you recognize the location in this bit of canvas.
The good news is I do, in fact.
And the bad news?
We're in for more trouble. I know that coast. Ranrock has taken over a huge mine in the surrounding area. Marrenweem has suffered for it. It's as bad as Feldcroft's become. Should we head there now?
We should wait.
Why?
All this time, we've been a step behind Ranrock. I may know someone who could help us get ahead.
Who is that?
A friendly goblin. He wants no part in Ranrock's fight.
A friendly goblin? You know, goblins cursed my sister to shut her up. Said she should be seen and not heard.
I do, but not all goblins are...
Not all goblins what? Have you forgotten Feldcroft? Have you forgotten the mine we just went through?
No, Sebastian, I haven't. You're not listening to me.
Why would I listen to someone so ignorant?
You don't know what you're saying. Take a breath for a moment.
Oh, I know precisely what I'm saying. Unbelievable.
哎呀，塞巴蒂斯安。令。先是搞了。那么远。
Seems a plan.
you here. Ah, isn't the sea air refreshing?
You're here. Good.
Sebastian, that relic you mentioned.
Don't think I've forgotten about your goblin friend. I haven't. But I needed to tell you what I've learned. I believe one of Slytherin's students stumbled upon the relic during an assignment to study sarcophagi in this catacomb. From what I read in a report by the student, they weren't permitted to take it with them, so I must assume it's still here. As I mentioned earlier, this relic grants its holder the power to reverse dark magic curses. If it's in this catacomb, I have to find it. For Anne. I need to see her.
I'm ready to explore the catacomb.
Perfect. By the way, Ominous...
I didn't. I promise.
Good. Ominous would be livid if he knew... I'll be interested to compare what lies inside to what I've read about this catacomb. I'm sure that foul smell is the scent of success. Try not to lose your nerve just yet.
Levioso, defendo. At least now we know we're not alone in here.
Perhaps that was it. And the rest of the tomb will be
Incendio. Yeah, spiders aren't insects.
Don't start.
Accio. Opening all of these is tempting.
We're here for a reason. I'd say everything is justified. This room is taller than it looks.
Revelio.
Now this is the sort of great room I want to be buried in.
Surrounded by grandeur.
Grandeur and then some. Even an altar with a pile of bones. Lovely.
Bones outside a sarcophagus. Seems odd. There's something here by the altar. Accio.
What did you find?
Looks like part of a student's diary. It mentions plans to return for the relic and conjuring barricades using bone.
Of course. The student's summary referenced a space beyond the Great Room, which means this can't... Let's divide and conquer. You work on sorting out the bone barrier. Hold on to that diary entry. There may be more to it.
It does mention something else.
Really? Interesting. We need...
Of course.
Brilliant. There's more to this than even I imagined. Look, bones stacked oddly on either side of this archway.
Leave no stone unturned. Or in this case, no bone. Accio! Incendio! Expelliarmus! Glacier! Defendo! Accio! We're in the tomb. I assume eerie sounds come with the territory. Reparo. Wingardium Leviosa.
The student mentioned bones as the key. Therefore, bone piles must be what we need. Accio. Revelio. Accio. Expelliarmus. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Incendio. Expelliarmus. Repulsor.
We've made it this far, but clearly we have more to do.
Accio.
I need to find a safe way across.
Expelliarmus. Accio. Reparo. Accio. Lumos. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Accio. Lumos. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
Rickety bone bridge complete.
Accio. Revelio. Accio. Depulso. Reparo.
按错，
Wingardium Leviosa.
这是什么呢？
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. You've done it. I knew we'd get through. I felt it in my bones.
Nice.
Before we trudge on further, I've just realized something. The student's diary mentions the Imperious Curse. I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to need it here. It's an unforgivable, but useful when you're outnumbered. places the victim completely under the caster's control. So, if you'd like to learn Imperio, I can teach you.
It's probably wise.
I couldn't agree more. A spell that could save your life shouldn't be unforgivable. Focus your wand movement. It's not an easy spell to master.
4
Here we go. Something troubling ahead. Be on your guard.
Potato! Stupid one! Defender! Confringo! Leviosa! Descendo! Depulso! Revelio!
Another barricade. Considering how well you did on the last one, this should be a cinch.
How gracious of you.
I try.
Gracious! Accio!
按错。
Accio!
That worked. Keep going.
Wingardium Leviosa! Accio! Wingardium Leviosa! Accio!
You are head and shoulders above these bones. Nicely done. I see why Slytherin's student was so entranced with this place.
Potato! Stupid! Leviosa! Defendo! Confringo! Defendo! Stupid! Leviosa! Confringo! Descendo! Stupid! Defendo! Descendo! Stupid one. Stupid one. Stupid one. Potato. Confringo. Stupid one. Stupid one. Leviosa. Defendo. Potato. Stupid one. Confringo. Leviosa. Defendo. Confringo. Leviosa. Descendo. For a moment there, I thought that'd never end. Confringo.
呀，打到我鸡皮疙瘩都起来了，好恶心哦！这蜘蛛
Accio.
太恶了，疯狂
Dead
起鸡皮疙
end.
瘩，
Lovely. All that for nothing.
Hold on.
超
Don't give
恶。
up yet. Sebastian, the relic. Look. Could it be? The note and rendition of the relic. It matches. This must be where the student left the relic.
I can't believe it. After all this, it lines up. We've really found
怪
it.
咖，你又进来了啊！我刚问你在不在，你没回
The
我。
dark sacrifice required to realize the relic's potential.
I have no idea. But we're here for the
都不
relic.
回我啊！
I'm willing to ignore what
你
the
去买
dark
饭，
says.
啊，买饭不揪的。
We're taking the
没有，我
relic.
只是
Agreed.
叫爽了。
This is meant to be. For Anne's sake, I'm taking it. Let's get to Feldcroft. I must keep this relic secret, especially from
我把我唯一的观众当狗叫啊！啊，不是啊，我是说我最好的学长当成我最好的朋友叫。
Is that ominous? Ominous. The sounds we kept hearing. It was
都出声。
You gave me no choice. I had to follow you. Sebastian, please, leave the relic alone. We can find another way to help Anne.
I'm sorry, Ominous, but I'm taking it.
哎呦，塞巴蒂山和奥米尼斯的大战。
Hold on, both of you. Sebastian, please, take a step back.
Fine, but Ominous knows I won't step back from a fight.
Can't
进去
believe。this.
How much did you hear?
Everything. I heard you encourage Sebastian to take the relic.
Sebastian's done his research. He knows what he's doing.
Sebastian makes things sound easy when they could be impossible or dangerous. We need to stop him.
And if nothing will change his mind?
Something has to. I need
没有
your
人跟我玩 PUBG 啊。
Sebastian's right.
I'm sorry. My mind.
Are you willing to sacrifice your friendship over this?
I might be. How could I choose to stand by and watch him do this?
What if the choice wasn't yours? You wouldn't be to blame for what happened.
哎，真的啊
What in the
可
world
怜
are
呐
you。suggesting? Imperial.
Now that you say it out loud, it sounds absurd. We allow Sebastian to leave with the relic under one condition.
I feel that's what we agreed to in the scriptorium. I'm being taken for a fool.
You're not ominous. This may be the only way to keep your friendship intact.
Fine. If I trust him on this, I'm trusting you too. The dark... Go then. Leave with the relic. I'll not say a word more.
哎呦，不断的妥协。
I hope I don't regret this.
GTA 6，哎，GTA 6刚出的时候，它也只
What
是
is it? I
那
haven't
个
changed my mind.
PS 跟
Ominous
那个
has.
Xbox 的版本，说不定它出 PC 版本可能要再等1年，
I'll explain on the way. Come on.
还是你先买一台 PS。哦，我什么都不懂，我什么都不懂，哎，哦，我什么都不懂。
Well, what happened back there?
Ominous and I found a compromise.
Ominous simply needs
看我
a
怎么
moment
回去啊？
to change his
Oh.
mind. Is that it?
I told him we ought to give you this chance, that the relic is too important to ignore.
There has to be more to it than that.
聊天室有什么文字
Tell me.
吗？我没看到，
We agreed on what was needed.
看不到，看不
Sebastian.
到，看不到
You，have my word.
看不到，看不到。我怎么感觉我走错地方了？对，我走错地方了，都你害的。你好，绕了一圈呐、反正就是你啊。然后嘞，我要去哪？啊？完了，我怎么来的？ 超恶心的，我天！ 我真的忘记怎么回去了。谁会记呀？应该这里吧。哎呦，好像走对了诶。
Watch your step. I nearly slipped there.
干，是这里吗？操！完了，乱砸。我操！不是，为什么我还是中毒了？哦，旁边还有。我操！完了完了！去！呜呼！哦，天哪，好恶心哦！伟哥，不要那么恶心哎！一直出现在我面前。
We're abandoned.
Exactly. We'll be fine though.
但我怎么越离我那个入口越来越远了？哎，我好像走回来了，迷路了，靠腰。哎呦！那可能不是下辈子的事了，下辈子也应该不会有。
As we were leaving, Ominous wouldn't even acknowledge me. That's not like him.
He was troubled, Sebastian. Even though we agreed to it all, it's been a lot to take in.
I thought he understood. He knew we couldn't give up. All of this is too important. For Han.
不让我飞，用跑的，你认真？
When we get to Feldcroft, I'd rather Anne not know what had to be done to get this relic. She thinks like Ominous. It'd only upset her.
那就让她伤心啊，对不对？
Oh no, this isn't good.
What is it?
Smoke, over there, by the hamlet.
哦
Feldcroft's in trouble. They're under attack.
Let's hurry.
Hurry, hurry.
Still
丢错了。谁呀？ What the fuck?
What's the point?
伟哥，伟哥怎么了？尖叫！有人要杀伟哥了！哦。哦，帅！
Boy, what have you done?
Saved my sister.
With an unforgivable curse. From that damned book, no doubt. Your father would be ashamed. You've gone too far, Sebastian. Stay away from her. From all of us.
What did my uncle expect me to do? The Imperious curse saved Anne's life. That goblin was going to kill her.
好，无条件支持他
You did
了
what。you had to do. If I have to keep proving that to my uncle, I will. He cannot banish me from my own home. From my sister.
It might be best to let him calm down a while.
You may be right.
Revelio.
伟哥，你不能跟你哥哥见面了，有没有感到伤心难过？
Aloha Mora.
这个选项。哎，哎呦，
Revelio.
偷看偷看。我觉得你两个都不要做，继续看我变魔法就好了。
Pardon me, Mr. Sallow.
What Sebastian did was
然后
inexcusable.
订阅我，抖内
You
我。
cannot possibly be about to defend him.
然后2025的时候，抖内我一台 PS5跟 GTA 6，我就帮你升级成那个 MOD， 然后变成是我频道最高的 VIP。
Sebastian and I have...
This family does not resort to using dark magic even against our enemies. What Sebastian did cannot be undone. That you are defending Sebastian's behavior at all tells me everything I need to know. You are as guilty as he is. Sebastian is to come nowhere near Feldcroft, nowhere near Anne. Unforgivable curses are so... If I hear that either of you continues down this path, if either of you uses dark magic... Why, Sebastian?
这个叔叔不好搞哎。 这叔叔很麻烦呢，真的是很麻烦呢。好像要卖掉一些装备。火米村。 你现在看起来也有点麻烦，还是我也帮你解除安装，让你登出你的人生。假赛，我不会让你登出的。我还没，你还没送我 PS5跟 GTA 6哎，怎么可以让你登出呢？那我游戏币里面也才5000多块，一个 PS5都买不起。还是我就买 Switch 好了。我看 Switch 要出2代，卖肾，Switch。累。
Hello there. Hello, Armeet. Do I recall you saying that you speak gobbledygook?
I did. I mean, I do.
哥布林语。
Speak it. Is this to do with the goblin I saw you with in Hogsmeade?
It is. His name is Lodgok. We could use your help with something. He's waiting for me near a goblin mine. Would you be willing to help?
Of course. How exciting. I mean, well, might this be dangerous?
I think he simply wants to show me something that involves gobbledygook. If it
妖
helps,
精语
he's a
哎，
friend of Sirona's.
Good to hear. Good to hear. If Sirona trusts him, then
我
I
们的
feel
阿密
much
特
better.
懂伟哥的语言。
Lodgok is waiting. Shall we go?
Of course. I just want to check the pronunciation of a couple of key terms first. So I will meet you there.
妖精语好难，伟哥的语言好难，怎么讲？哎，我怎么出去？没有啊，我又不是说你，我认识很多伟哥，不行吗？
Off on another adventure, are we?
拜拜。 起灰。
A friend who speaks gobbledygook is meeting us. Before he arrives, perhaps you could tell me why we're here?
Of course. Unfortunately, presenting Ranrock with the Helmet of Urtkot did not have the effect I'd hoped. Because he knew the details surrounding its plunder, he presumed I'd had help from a witch or wizard in retrieving it.
How else did he expect Goblinkind to get the helmet back? Seems he has no interest in making amends with you.
I'm afraid we do not have the luxury of rational expectation when it comes to Ranrock. Damn Bragbor and his blasted journals.
Bragbor?
An ancestor of Ranrock's, renowned metal worker. If we are to work together, I suppose I must tell you more. Not long ago, Ranrock sent me to collect a recently unearthed set of Bragbor's journals. They described repositories that Bragbor had been commissioned to build for a group of witches and wizards.
What do you mean, repositories?
Large, magically fortified receptacles crafted from goblin metal. Ranrock recruited others to help me locate the repositories. We were to search anywhere that was connected to 5 names mentioned in the journals. Rackham, Fitzgerald, Bakar, Morganach, and Rookwood.
Rookwood Castle.
That is where we began our search.
Why does Ranrock care so much about these repositories?
He cares about what they contain. For centuries, wizards have refused to share their magical knowledge with goblins. Your kind will not even let us carry wands. Thus, many goblins, myself included, have spent our lives mistrusting wizard kind. Ranrock was convinced that he is determined to take it.
Here comes my friend Amit. Probably best to continue our conversation later.
哦，打断。
Greetings, Lord Gok. It is an honor, sir.
You speak gobbledygook.
Oh, Bacalio.
Enough. Please do not tell me that was meant to be gobbledygook.
Well, yes. Perhaps my pronunciation was a bit off. I imagine certain dialects differ.
Pronunciation is
我也要
not
这样跟伟哥
the
讲话。
issue. I barely
聊天
recognize
室
that
的
as
伟哥。
language. I trust you can read gobbledygook.
I can, Sir Lord Gok.
Just Lord Gok. Thankfully, we only need someone who can.
What written plans? And why can't you come with us?
We need some idea of what Ranrock knows or is plotting. I suspect a careless loyalist may have left plans behind. And I'm unable to join you because I cannot risk anyone reporting my presence to Ranrock. All you need to do is not be seen, either by the eye above the enchanted door or a loitering loyalist.
Amit and I can do this.
I will await your return. I shall see you soon.
See you soon.
The door is looking at us.
Depulso. Revelio.
"不是啊，我要怎么进去？"
Confringo.
Depulso.
Lumos.
Yes, of course.
哦，居然是这样进来的。要隐形，不要被那个眼睛看到。哦，靠！那时候有那个地图上很多箱子都有眼睛，我叫隐形才能把它打开。酷，太酷了。
I cannot believe I met a goblin.
Let's just learn what we can and get out.
Look at this lift. Impressive workmanship for so simple a device.
Impressive workmanship aside, it's the only way forward.
These machines operate on steam. Interesting.
Confringo.
I still can't believe we're inside a real goblin mine.
Depulso.
好像拉下来。
Wingardium Leviosa.
I I've read about mines like this, but seeing it is something else altogether.
How nice of you to stop by.
Amit, you'll need to stay close to me. I've dealt with worse enemies than these.
Right. Don't wish to be seen, do we?
我不想打架，我不想打架。哎，干好像要打哎。
Matter of time till Ranrock sets things right.
Don't tell us.
Watch your step round here. Who's that? Come in here. No!
Leaves.
哎呦！
I will make you.
That was a little more than I'm used to.
I'll get us through here safely, Amit. You have my word. Revelio. We're being watched by a door.
I'm quite good at sneaking about. You'll see.
Get free. Revelio.
I feel like a character from one of the adventure books I read during the summer holidays.
Let's take a look around, Amit. See if we can find any plans.
A schematic. They're building something. I can't quite make it out. Curious. I will get to the bottom of what they've been building down here. I'll be quiet.
干你打错了。
Fascinating to see gobbledygook written in a goblin hand. The flourishes are extraordinary. There must be more notes around here. What could they be building? If I'm translating this correctly, and I think that I am, they're building something rather large.
巨大的东
But
西。
what? Let me know if you see any more plans or schematics. We can't return to Lodgok empty-headed.
I'm famished. What was that intruder?
What?
You'll pay for that! I won't rest, but you won't get away with that. Don't have
Stupid one. Protego!
Oh, this really is too much.
Stay close. I've handled much worse.
Another boiler. Revelio. This place is more complex than I had expected.
啊，感觉直接赶紧破一破吧。
Confringo! Descendo! Accio! Wingardium Leviosa!
Goblins will finally rule over
Wingardium Leviosa!
Clever.
If you're there. I have a brother who works at... Who is it? Is somebody there? Hello?
Been on patrol so long I'm hearing things.
I must be going mad. Is nobody?
Ranrock's vision of goblins ruling over wizards.
Please don't tell us.
How many of them are there?
That should be the last of them I'll meet.
Revelio.
Accio! Depulso!
Yes, of course.
Confringo!
This is not good. They're building enormous drills, bigger than this mine could contain.
Let's get out of here and tell Lodcock what we found.
又要我离开？
There must be a quicker way out of here than retracing our steps.
比这更快的方法。我们刚刚这样进来的吗？应该不是。乱走，乱走，乱走！哦，完了，好像是这样进来的。应该是。
Accio!
没错。
I need a moment to catch my breath. This was more than I bargained for.
I'm glad you came with me, Amit. Now that we know what they're up to, we can get out of here. We're almost out of here, Amit. Look, the lift.
A welcome sight indeed. Can we please...
That wasn't so bad, was it?
It was. It really was. I'm afraid I've had enough adventure for one day.
Thank you, Amit. I couldn't have done it without you.
Understood? I'll leave you to it.
感觉跟阿密特完全没什么关系啊，都是我在打，他也不会说妖精语啊。
They're building enormous drills. We found their plans. Ranrock must be searching for the repository.
I fear you are correct. Other than Rookwood Castle, however, I do not know where else he plans to search.
I've been wondering about something else you said before we entered the mine.
Yes?
If you share Ranrock's views, then why are you helping me?
I expected Rookwood Castle to be deserted when I arrived to begin my search. So was surprised to find a witch there who had set up a sort of improvised research site. She was studying something so intently that she almost didn't notice me. When she looked up, I thought she would react with fear or disdain. But instead she did something that I will never forget. Without a moment's hesitation, she smiled and asked me to sit with her. She told me that she was a researcher and showed me a small, oddly shaped container with a strange symbol on it. She was certain it was made of goblin metal, but was unable to open it. She wanted to work together.
Miriam.
Yes. But how did you...
Professor Fig's wife. He told me of her research, and I know of the container.
Ah. The reverence with which she talked of goblins and their intelligence and skill, it caught me entirely off guard. I'd never been treated with such respect by a witch or wizard. So, to my surprise, I let her study the container if she would allow me to search the castle on my own. We parted ways, with her promising to share what she'd learned. More of Ranrock's recruits arrived, and we began to dig, eventually locating the first repository. Ranrock was thrilled with our discovery, but furious when I told him about Miriam. Berated me for trusting a witch, and I heard she had been killed.
You think Ranrock murdered her?
I don't want to believe it, but I don't know. After that, something shifted in me. I had seen how the power from the repositories was transforming Ranrock, transforming all of them. I could no longer remain a part of it.
Thank you, Lord Gok, for telling me this.
I tell you all of this so that you understand what is at stake. Ranrock never found all of Bragbor's journals, but the ones he did find suggest that Bragbor at some point built a repository far greater in size than the one beneath Rookwood Castle. What you've discovered here today worries me deeply. If Ranrock learns of the location of that repository, I fear we shall be destined for a great war. I will find out what Ranrock knows. Watch for my owl.
这不会是我要完成这些作业吧？我不想写作业。
I hope Professor
I believe
Oh,
my
yeah.
next broom upgrade to be even more impressive than the last. Come by Spin Witches as soon as you can.
Oh, here's a pleasant surprise. Rebellion. Accio. Revelio. Accio. This could prove dangerous if I'm not careful. Revelio. Accio. Expelliarmus. Compulso. What's that? Settled.
Hogwarts survives the reign of this headmaster.
My side of the dormitory is always
Imagine solving a riddle that I mentioned.
I went to the late one.
You're new, so you wouldn't know. But
Welcome back.
Hello, Professor. I have news. The goblins are looking for something. Another repository. They've built drills to help with their search.
Most troubling.
Are these repositories like the broken container I found at Rookwood Castle?
They are. I fear we have no time to lose. Have a look at the map. Fortunately, the next trial is fairly nearby.
It's Hogwarts.
As you know, I was headmistress in my time. My portrait hangs in the headmaster's office. In fact, I witnessed Professor Black learn of your arrival. And I'll confess that I wondered about you.
Wait, is the next trial in the headmaster's office?
It is. I had hoped that when the time came, the occupant of that office would be of help to us. Unfortunately, this headmaster seems wildly unconcerned with anything but himself. You'll need to access the office while he's away.
I understand. Very well. I'll find some way to get in.
Good. I shall meet you in my portrait there. Until then.
Perhaps Professor Fig will know what to do.
Well, what about the shrivel figs?
Now here, Professor Fig. The keepers have shown me where the next trial is.
Has something changed?
Lodgok and I have learned that the goblins are searching for another repository, like the one we saw at Rookwood Castle. And I discovered that they're building massive drills to help in their search. Professor Fitzgerald seemed very concerned.
I see. Ranrock clearly knows even more than we suspected.
And sir, there's something else. Lodgok knew Miriam.
He knew Miriam?
They encountered each other at Rookwood Castle. She was doing research. That's where she found the container with the portkey. He liked her so much that he let her leave with it, despite orders from Ranrock.
I don't know what to say. She could win over almost anyone. I want to hear more of this. And, in fact, I'd like to speak with Lodgok directly. But we've no time now. Where is the next trial?
Believe it or not, it's in the headmaster's office.
Incredible. Very well. You'll need the password to get past the stone gargoyle. The headmaster's house elf will know it.
I don't know the headmaster's house elf. Will he even speak to me? I imagine he's loyal to the headmaster.
He is. So you'll need a disguise. I have just the thing. A polyjuice potion. You'll look and sound like Professor Black.
Wait, doesn't polyjuice potion require a bit of the person you want to change into? And take ages to brew?
It does.
So how do you already have polyjuice potion to change into Professor Black?
One never knows when such a thing may come in handy. Let's just say I felt the need to be prepared for anything after my fruitless trip to the ministry on his behalf. Now, time is of the essence. Drink up and I shall explain more. How do you feel?
Incredible. I won't forget that taste anytime soon. How do I sound?
Convincing. I've taken the liberty of transfiguring your robes. As we discussed, you'll need the password from Scrope, who could be anywhere in the castle. You might look for Professor Kagawa. She's taken to badgering the poor elf about Quidditch in the hopes that he can convince Black.
I see. But what if Professor Black sees me?
Leave him to me. I shall tell him where to meet a liaison from the ministry in Hogsmeade. That should give you plenty.
Thank you, Professor. I suppose we'll meet again in the map check.
It's rather strange to hear gratitude coming from Professor Black. I'll see you there.
Now to find the headmaster's house elf.
Professor, a moment. Professor, I was hoping to catch you.
Places to be, Professor Sharp. Places to be.
Of course, sir. Only, you'd asked me about a particular potion, and I
did? I did, yes. Well, spit it out, Sharp. I don't have all day.
Probably best not to discuss it here, sir.
I assure you, Sharp, you may speak freely.
Very well. I've brewed the cure for boils you wanted. I can drop it by your office when it's convenient.
Of course, yes. No need for all the cloak and dagger. Simply have a student deliver it.
A student. Very well, sir.
I do. And thank you, Sharp. I just hope you've brewed enough.
Now, to determine which student gets this rather unenviable task.
Stand proud, purebloods. The future is yours.
What could the headmaster want?
Uh-huh.
I wonder almost daily why I accepted this appointment from the
headmaster. Here, what could he want?
Mr. Gaunt, where do you think you're going?
I beg your pardon, sir. I'm simply on my way outside.
Taking the day off, eh? Typical student, wasting the hours away.
I have to write 20 inches on Dittany and its uses.
Ah, yes. Mixed with,
Are you feeling all right, sir?
I assure you I am quite healthy, Gaunt. If I...
Something is...
When I witness what passes for magic in these halls,
Professor, a word? Professor Black? Again, it is not too late to reconsider your decision regarding Quidditch. We could still have trials and a somewhat shortened season.
But the injury, Madam Kagawa.
Professor, more than one student has taken a bludger to the head on our pitch. I dare say it knocked some sense into them. And they're fine now. The fact that it happened to be...
What nonsense! That you would trivialize the health of a student over a...
A silly game. You are quite impossible sometimes. Sir, I've a good mind to write to the Department of Magical Games and Sport.
I should think you'd have better things to do with your time. Now, where's my elf?
Good day, Professor. And I spotted Scrope in the Great Hall. Seems to be avoiding me.
I wonder why. Good day, Madam Kagawa.
What did we do to deserve him as a head?
You call that a shine on those boots? Do better!
啊，在哪里？在哪？真的，我刚没看清楚。我的史瓜布在哪？
Think they're oh so clever. Peeves' game's the best one ever.
If you must speak with me, consult my secretaries or...
Professor, I need to speak to you. Hello, Professor Black.
Ah, Professor Weasley. How delightful to see you.
Sir?
Since I have you here, I wonder if I might, speak with you about Professor Fig.
Oh, very well.
I've decided to give him a bit more, leeway with his time.
Leeway, Professor? Are you sure that's wise? I confess I do worry for his students. He's rarely here as it is.
Ah, well, yes. He's handling some official ministry business for me.
I see. But, sir, if I may, I am wary of how much time the new fifth year seems to be spending away from the castle, supposedly on Professor Fig's behalf. I've heard unsettling rumors of their escapades. Everything from sneaking into the Forbidden Forest to confronting Ranrock's loyalists and Rookwood's lot.
What? Goodness. You cannot believe everything you hear, Professor. No, you cannot. I mean, I shall keep an eye on Fig. You simply keep doing the wonderful job that you're doing. Simply wonderful.
Thank you. But I'm happy to look into...
Good. That'll be all, Weasley. I mean, Professor Weasley. Good day.
A wonderful job. Leeway for Professor Fig?
That ought to give Professor Fig some breathing room.
Professor Black is happy with Scrope's performance.
Scrope!
Oh, greetings, Master.
Remind me of the password to my office.
Oh, but Master made Scrope swear never to tell anyone, even Master himself.
And now I'm telling you that you can tell me.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir. Scrope begs forgiveness. It is the Black family motto, Master.
Right. Of course.
Master does remember it.
It's pure bloods forever, isn't it?
Close, Master. Scrope thinks Master is indeed testing Scrope. It is always pure.
Obviously.
And, of course, as Master knows, in French.
Yes, of course.
Oh, but Master knows that Scrope's French.
Ha! Thank you. Never...
Of course, sir. Scrope shall try...
The polyjuice potion's wearing off. I best get out of sight. Made it just in time. It's wearing off.
Fig was right. I can't believe it worked. Now to speak the password to the gargoyle.
We should speak with Mr. Bickle's friends. I believe I can sneak away without drawing my mother's eye. Meet me near Hogsmeade, and we will devise a plan.
Would like to talk with you when you have a moment.
What if he sticks like this?
Revelio.
等一下，校长的办公室也太绕了吧！我天。
Revelio. The gargoyle. That's where I need to speak the password. Toujours pure. I wonder if all the elite wizarding families have a motto.
It's good to see you.
All thanks to Professor Fig's quick thinking. Now what?
Approach the pedestal in the antechamber and read the book that appears.
I suspect there will be more to this than reading a book.
Your suspicions are correct. We shall speak when you are finished.
Has this been under the headmaster's nose all this time? Revelio. Revelio. That must be the pedestal. Where am I? Professor Fitzgerald? Can you hear me?
I am here. In this place, you may call me Neve. You shall be witness to a fable. Pay attention. Things are not always as they seem. You must move swiftly and cautiously. Use the tools you encounter to find me. In this place, as in life, death takes many forms. Avoid each of them at all costs.
I should have run when I could.
This is my chance. Come on, Neve. I need to time this just right. I see. A staircase straight ahead. Death. Perhaps they won't be able to find me if I go up there. I'd best move while I can. Neve must be here somewhere. Too many. I must cross this road as fast as I can. That's where I need to go, but I need to find a way past them.
哎呀哎呀呀呀！哎，不是要从头走吧？
They're gone, for now. I need to get out of here. Where could Neve be? Too many. I must cross this road as fast as I can. That's where I need to go, but I need to find a way past them. Nothing this way, but more danger. There must be another way to find you. I need to turn back. There's no getting past them that way. That doorway looks like the only safe way forward. Closed tight. No way but forward, I suppose. Now's my chance. That's the way forward. Can this be? I think I'm invisible.
哎呦，隐形斗篷。嗯，什么意思？哎，我怎么过去？
They can't see me at all. I can get closer to them. This is the way forward. Finally free. Now where are you, Neve?
outrun death thus far, but have yet to find me. Keep searching, but this time you will be unable to hide. Wield the wand you see before you. Do not squander its extraordinary power.
I've never felt such power.
Depulso! Defender! Depulso! Descender! Bombarder! Defender! Bombarder!
Bombarda. Stupid. Defendo. Bombarda. Defendo. Bombarda. Defendo. Bombarda. Defendo. Bombarda. Defendo. Protego. Stupid. Stupid. Bombarda. Defendo. Bombarda. Bombarda. Defendo. Protego. Stupid. Bombarda. Defendo. Bombarda. Stupid. Bombarda. Defendo. Protego. Stupid. Bombarda. Defendo. Bombarda. Defendo. Bombarda. Defendo. Bombarda. Defendo. Bombarda. Protego. Defendo.
Simple stone. This must be for me.
You are far from finished. Pass through the mourners ahead. Nothing is what it seems.
She's gone.
Oh, poor Neve.
May her memory be a treasure to us forever.
You found me, but you cannot undo what has been done. The magic of the stone can only conjure a shadow of my former self. But there is no light without shadow, as there is no shadow without light. Simply because you can eliminate darkness does not always mean that you should. Remember that as you witness my memory.
Isadora, what you did for your father was remarkable.
Wasn't it? And Percival needn't worry about the strands of emotion or the traces that this magic leaves. I found a way to contain all of it.
You haven't stopped.
Goblin Silver.
You spoke to a goblin about this.
Don't worry, he has no idea what we're containing.
We don't know what effect any of this may have. The emotions, the dark traits.
You sound like Percival. And as it happens, I do know. It is a source of strength, of focus. Somehow it enhances my ability to wield magic.
I don't follow, Isadora.
I think we can harness it.
Power like this is not to be toyed with. In the wrong hands.
You saw what I did for my father. Oh, Neve, imagine the good we could do. Everyone is in some kind of pain.
What are you doing?
Breathe it in. Can you feel it?
Oh, Isadora. This must stop. All of it.
You've kept this power to yourselves for so long because you fear it. I choose to embrace it.
Is it true? Has someone completed the first 3 trials?
It is, and I have.
But you are so...
Young? I know. You must be Professor Bakar.
I am.
Pleased to meet you. The pensive memory I just witnessed, was Isadora inhaling painful emotions?
She was.
I found it disturbing. But how did she gain power from it? How did she harness it?
It was disturbing. Although, I wonder that you are asking about her power. I hesitate to reveal the location of my pensive to someone who, perhaps, has yet to understand the responsibility of power.
I can assure you, Professor, I do. In fact, what you don't yet know is that a dangerous goblin called Ranrock has accessed the repository at Rookwood Castle. He has learned to harness the contents of it as a source of immense power. He plans to use that power against wizardkind. We have no time to waste.
I see. Nonetheless, the knowledge you shall gain after you witness my memories is too valuable to share without further consideration. I shall require time to confer with the other keepers.
It seems we have no choice but to wait, frustrating as it is. I heard what you told Professor Bakar. Isadora was inhaling emotions to gain power?
She was. And she pulled emotions, as she did from her father, from Professor Fitzgerald, without permission.
Monstrous.
What's more, she said that she found a way to store the traces of magic she extracted in goblin silver.
The repositories?
Possibly. There's something I didn't get a chance to tell you earlier. Ranrock has been digging at locations tied to the 5 names he found in the journals of a goblin metalworker named Bragball.
5 names? The Keepers, and who else? Isadora Morganac?
Precisely. That's how he's been one step ahead of us. Gringotts, the Tower, Rookwood Castle.
If the Keepers won't tell you where the next trial is yet, I say we at least maintain a watch on Ranrock. Perhaps he'll lead us to more information.
Perhaps. I hope to hear from Lodgok soon. I haven't heard anything since I learned of the drills. Oh, and as you've probably guessed by now, your Polyjuice plan worked like a charm.
I knew it would. I may have done too good a job distracting Black. I had no idea he can't hold his fire whiskey.
shouldn't have reacted so bitterly about your goblin friend. I apologize. I hope we can finish what we started with the triptych. Please meet me at the southern coast. We can search for the final canvas piece.
先回我的外营室，之后再玩吧。
Deke would like to talk with you when you have a moment.